What is going on, guys? It's your favorite anime protagonist. It's Josh MV. Top 10 Fate series fights. Now, I hear a lot about Fate, like hearing so many things about it, and I've seen plenty of the characters quite a bit of times. I've actually seen a lot of like memes about it. Now, this animation must be crazy because judging by the thumbnail, looking a little juicy, looking a little, woo. This is made by Otaku Done. Now, I don't know what to expect. I've seen some characters. I've seen the blonde head chick. I've seen I can't remember her name off the top of my head. I'm pretty sure it's like starts with R or something. The girl with the the pigtails, who usually sometimes wears red and all that, but then she has like this different form of her or something like that. Still don't know how that works because I've never seen the anime, but I know that's like something like a different form of her or something. I don't know how that works though. With that being said, let's get right into it. Oh my god, this animation is already starting crazy. Yo! Now that animation was saucy.
There's going to be at least one fight from any Fate series thrown around. And with the recent Blu-ray release of the Spring Song movie, the visual quality of Fate fights got to a whole new level. So since the main series is now over, it's time to take a look at 10 of the best fights in the Fate series. Okay, from now on, I'll let the noble phantasms do the talking.
Rin versus Sakura. Yo, this animation is actually already crazy.
Who cares about the battle of servants when you have two sisters trying to kill each other? Well, Sakura is the only one with the killing intention. But Rin had to be a drama queen and go on with a callous attitude just so she can prove her point. Technically, Heaven's Feel isn't the official route of Rin, but she handled herself well for a side character and even managed to win Shiro's affection.
So side characters getting some good action then. Okay, respect. Ugh. Okay, this animation is flawless, dude.
The battle wasn't something much longer like many other fights in the series, and it might just be Rin showing she's a badass when she has a knife in her hand. But this was a huge bonding moment for the two sisters, and the very final trigger to detach Sakura from the Angra Manu. Yeah, so technically Rin did most of the job.
Whoa, that looks so good. Everyone.
Who is the most cheerful and sexiest overpowered goddess of all time? That's Quetzalcoatl. We've got a lot of gods running around in Babylonia.
So we got gods in here, dude?
Is the one and only Quetzalcoatl. She doesn't challenge only one, but challenges all of them to a one versus all fight that ends up with a lot of broken bones and ribs. And can we also take a moment to appreciate the choreography of the fight? It's got aero acrobatics, ground combat, fast
what is going on?
Into 2 minutes of
we got cosplayers fighting too.
Quetzalcoatl on the best girl list. If you are playing the mobile game, now you know which servant to choose for your next battle.
Oh yeah, I've heard so much about the mobile game too. Dang! What the heck? I thought that was like a real life car. This for the anime?
Normally in anime chases, you get these
no way this is straight from the anime. This can't be straight, dude. This looks too real.
Above the buildings and into the lake in all its glory.
Look at you hear this OST?
Ufotable is known for its brilliant camera
animation
because of the unique way they combine traditional 2D animation with CGI.
Wow, which makes sense, dude. I'm over here like,
we have seen Lancer in action a lot. So the main focus of this fight is Assassin, and he managed to shine the spotlight all on himself when he literally ripped the heart out of our favorite servant and fed him to the Holy Grail. What can I say? Lancer died, and you
oh my god, this is how you could, this is like a perfect example for CGI with anime. Like, oh my god. Oh, number 7.
Number 8. fight, Saber versus Lancer. Unlike many other fights in this list, this may not be a visual spectacle, but what matters is the strategy. Without even knowing the story, you can tell this is a fight between two legendary heroes. There's the concept of chivalry going around too often. Both opponents are intelligent enough to predict each other's moves. And there's the subtle tension going around, urging you to know what's going on next.
I love these character designs. Wow.
In terms of tension, there are clearly many fights that can triumph this one, but this deserves a spot in my list purely due to the way it steps away from a traditional fight scene and implements more strategy to it. And don't forget, this is just Ufotable flexing their muscles. We always know what we get when they unleash their full power.
Weave. Yo. Ooh. That looks so good. What in the world?
Let's move away from the fight to the main series and take a look at Fate Apocrypha. In here, you've got servants.
I've actually seen that character
red
too.
And black, all fighting one battle royale to win the Holy Grail. And like all Fate storylines, in the end, the ones still standing strong in the game are the ones who are powerful. This means that you get the best of the fights later in the series, and I'm happy to say they didn't disappoint us with the Sieg versus Kana fight. This wasn't something done by Ufotable, but you can tell it matches the animation style of it all. The animators also made sure to combine their own unique style to the fight to make it more interesting. Even though Sieg was destined to triumph in this one, I still had my hopes up for Kana because he was my favorite. But he didn't have the power of being the main character, so his powers had to take a back
The
seat.
plot kicked in. That's tough. Oh my god, dude. What in the world is even happening? Dude. This is some crazy fighting. Wait, so we got guns here too?
In an anime about servants, we have a fight between humans.
So this
In a
is like,
story
because I'm
about
hearing
holy
service,
grails
this is
and
like
magic, we have
a
lesson
lot of
on
people
human
then.
nature. Gen Urobuchi weaved an epic moral drama by combining ancient heroes with modern humans. And the climax of the story was between the two main agents of the war. One is an assassin blinded by a false ideal. The other is a crazy priest who finds great satisfaction in the most bizarre things.
Holy moly. He's not even... Yo! This dude is a god!
This fight resembles the Kakashi versus Obito fight, but with guns.
But with
There are
guns.
No conversations,
That's a great
no
comparison,
subtle
actually.
wordplay, no backstories of any sort. It's just two guys punching the hell out of each other via a
Ooh,
complex
this
magic
dude's like
system. From the start of
Wolverine?
the fight to Kiritsugu's ending bullets, everything was perfectly choreographed, and to this day, this is still one of the greatest fight scenes in the Fate series.
Oh my god. Have I been missing out on a lot? Like, what in the world? Like, dude, this doesn't even feel like I'm anime anymore. It doesn't feel like anime anymore. Hey.
Berserker is one hulking giant who is good at screaming and smashing things. And how can one human handle against the man who completed the 9 tasks of Hercules? With the
Hercules?
blade works, of course, the Heavens Feel route was what gave Shiro the most amount of character development. And with character development also came some overpowered abilities to take down
CD.
giants single-handedly.
What in the world is happening? Where did you just get that from?
Since Ufotable got tons of movie budget, they weren't picky in spending the cash. So in return, we got this one gorgeous fight scene where Shiro takes down one of the strongest Greek heroes with his own weapon. Berserker got defeated for a second time in the Heavens Feel franchise. So sorry, Mr. Hercules. Seems like you didn't land on the healthiest route.
Oh my god. Wow. This is like, this anime is all over the place. It's like they taking it everywhere. Dude, I can't get over this animation. I'm gonna keep talking about it, man.
The two servants with the most rotten mouths go
Dude,
into a fight, and in return,
dude,
you get a
this is-
visual spectacle.
Oh
Even though
my
people
God.
are speaking
I like
a lot
this.
about other fights, I feel like this one isn't discussed very much in the community. If you judge by the name and think this is a fight between a guy with a bow and a guy with a lance, well, you're sorely
Right.
mistaken. Think again.
Is that like a what in the world? And the OST just fits in with it.
What's the secret of this fight? Magic, animation, noble phantasms. Boy, there's a whole lot going on here. Both the servants unleashed their best attacks, and Ufotable didn't forget to complement all of that with their superb animation. Archer and Lancer gave us one hell of a showdown, and their fight was one of the best anime fights I've ever seen.
Wow, dude. Oh my god. I'm about to see more. Berserker.
Saber was a badass back when she was a normal servant, but her alter form takes things a step further and doesn't forget to land nukes with each of her attacks. That was only one major fight scene in the second Heaven's Feel movie, so Ufotable made sure to land more than half of the budget into this one fight scene, and needless to say, the output was epic, cinematic, and mind-blowing.
This animation, dude. This looks so good.
Normally, the servant to intimidate the audience in a fight like this would be Berserker, but Saber Alter had this aurora around her that foreshadowed her victory at the end of the fight. Her power levels had also grown in a drastic amount, as I mentioned. Instead of the Excalibur, she has the Excalibur.
She has an Excalibur.
Or should I say the full chance? Hammer of the Vile King. Overturn the Aurora. Swallow the Light. Excalibur.
Is that a reference to, you know what? What is this? Just got obliterated, eviscerated. I'm telling you, this OST is wild, dude. The music is amazing.
Fate fights can go back up to 15 years.
This looks good right here.
Years have we
this is peak
like this.
fiction,
dude.
Anime
fight scenes, the stakes and visuals are what keeps the audience gripped. But this time, the stakes are amplified and the visuals have reached a whole new level.
And you don't even have to know who these characters are. It's just amazing.
Budget allocated for these visuals.
Right. Ooh, dude, her voice, I felt that.
For their final Fate project, and this fight is the best example of it. There are multiple noble phantasms flying here and there, and each character got a moment to shine during the fight.
She just summoned a horse?
It was rather tragic to see Saber being one of the final villains in this specific Fate route. But on the other hand, we got to see Ryder and Shiro trusting each other and using powers to their highest potential. I don't know about you, but this is the most visually stunning fight I've ever seen in any anime
I can tell.
And I challenge you to prove me wrong.
Dude, this animation beats literally like a lot of anime that I know out there.
So there goes the best Fate fight scenes of all time. The Heaven's Feel trilogy brought tears to our eyes with its animation and visuals, and I'm here lamenting about how the original Fate series has ended now, forever. But I'm gonna keep my hopes up, and so should you. As usual, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification button so you get an update every single time we release a new video.
Dude, you did a good job.
Fans, and
you did a good job. I ain't never seen an animation so good like this, dude. That, wow, like it, oh my god, dude. I'm trying to think of like just animations that beat that alone, and there are some out there, but just this alone, just all these fights alone beat so many animes out there because of how great this animation is. Like, I'm serious, and just hearing the little music in the background, just it just gives the ambiance so much. It just fits the circumstances on what's happening. I've been sleeping on this so much, man. But what's crazy about this anime is that you don't even need to know what's really happening. You don't even need to know the characters. You're just there for the fight. These fights are all you need to even worry about, to be honest. Cause I'm like, dude, I'm interested and I don't even know what's happening. You got them fighting in the streets. You got them fighting monsters. How do you go from fighting in the middle of Tokyo and now you're fighting this big dude, this Goliath? Like, what is going on? And I'm not mad at it. It's, dude, I'm perfectly fine with it. There are not a lot of animes that can just throw random stuff in it and make it good. This is one of them animes that can throw random stuff in it and make it excellent because of how good the animation is, how good it looks in general. Let me know what you guys think about Fate. Do you guys think it's a perfect and amazing anime? Do you guys think it's a perfect example of peak CGI mixed with anime? If you like my reactions to this top 10, like, comment, subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one. Signing off.